all, welcome back. I'm super excited to be filming this. As you can see, I have a new backdrop, which is honestly just a DIY backdrop that I will actually share with you whenever I film the new office setup, and a new mic setup, so my sound is a lot better. It might be maybe a little softer, but the regular webcam mic is just really booming, and so this one a lot quieter, but I'd rather people turn their volume up than have to go, whoa, turn it down. But anyways, yeah, this video will either be a before or after my e.l.f. video on my first impressions of that new foundation. That one is still on kind of an older, not as good setup, so you'll definitely notice a huge quality difference. But I hopefully will be getting this one up after, just so everything's kind of consistent in that way. So yeah, today's video is going to be a declutter or makeup that I've changed my mind about. So I just wanted to share a handful of products with you that I have decided no longer fit my makeup needs, or what I personally discovered that I like for my own self. So yeah, let's go ahead and just talk about it. Let's talk about a makeup palette very first. So this is the Shan XO BH Cosmetics palette. And the reason why I am decluttering this or changing my mind about it, although I'm not completely changing my mind about this product in particular, because if you've seen any of like my other videos even related to this, you already know about this, or at least my thoughts on it. As far as the lip products go, I have a million lip products that are like this that I like better, so I don't really use that. And as far as the eyeshadows go, I just was not a fan of the eye looks that I got with this on my particular self. I definitely go for certain things, and like some of these look almost a little duochrome-y, and it's just not my cup of tea. So yeah, I don't really reach for this a whole lot. So I figured it was time to bid it farewell and pass it on to maybe somebody who will enjoy it a lot more. The next three products I want to talk about are all foundations. This first one is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation in the shade Light Ivory 00. This I wanted to try so badly because so many people love it. They say it's really full coverage. It looked beautiful on all the YouTubers, but for me, like, even this lightest shade is still just too dark, and I'm not a huge fan of the super thick formula. Like, I can do a creamy liquid foundation, but this was just too thick for my liking, and I wasn't a huge fan of the way that it applied to my skin. So this one, I was a little more disappointed in this one. I was like, boo. But you know what? That happens. Alright, the next foundation I want to talk about is the Loreal Visible Life Blur foundation. This is in the shade 201 Light Ivory. And as far as this one goes, it was kind of the same situation as with the Milani. It was just kind of too dark and too orangey for my skin. Although I do like this formula a lot better, but it does also have a slight scent to it. I can't describe it, I just don't like the scent. And it could just be a pregnancy thing, but yeah. I liked this a little bit, but yeah. I don't know. I have other foundations that I reach for more, so there was really no point in keeping this for me. Oh, little Chloe Bear's taking a nap. Alright, the last foundation I want to talk about is the L'Oreal True Magic Lumi Cushion Foundation in the shade C2. There we go. For this, I feel like it was just too sheer for what I wanted. I did try building it up. I have used the applicator it comes with. As you can see, it's nice and dirty. I've used a kabuki brush. I've used a sponge. And it's not a bad shade, because it was the closest shade they had to my skin tone. But I think this just isn't enough coverage for me personally, if that makes sense. So yeah, this one was a no-go. Alright, let's talk about a blush next. Let me see if I can grab it really quick. There we go. This is the MAC Blush in Full of Joy, and it's slightly hard to see, but this is just a frosty lavendery blush. And for me, since it is lavendery kind of purple, I was not a fan of how this looked once it was applied to my cheeks. It was a little too frosty and a little too purple for me. And I honestly don't even know if you can get this blush anymore, but yeah. It was good to try out a few times, but yeah. Not a fan of that shade. Alright, let's talk about some highlighters now. I have one drugstore and two high-end highlighters to talk about. The drugstore one is, well, I mean, you can't get it in the drugstore, but the pricing is more drugstore. The Colourpop Stole the Show Super Shock Cheek Pearlized Highlighter and Stole the Show. And it's a really pretty like white champagne-y highlight. It's really creamy. I just don't have a reach for it. I would use it sometimes as an eyeshadow base, but I don't know. I felt like it was a little glittery once it was applied to the skin, and I felt like, I don't know. And when I used it as an eyeshadow base, that like glitter shimmery stuff would kind of transfer, like I'd put it on my lid, but it would transfer up, so I wasn't a huge fan of how that turned out and wore throughout the day. Alright, now these next two highlighters are not bad highlighters by any means. I simply think that for my skin tone, they're just too dark. And the first one is Becca's Champagne Pop Highlighter. It's a very, very beautiful peachy golden highlight, but it's just too dark and too golden for my skin tone and my preferences of what I now know that I look for in a highlighter. But yeah, same story with this next one. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. As you can see just from looking at this, like it even looks too dark on my skin. It's a very, very pretty highlighter. For me, it's just a smidge glittery and a smidge too dark. So yeah, I did get a few uses out of this and it is beautiful. I just prefer a little like lighter highlighters. Like for example, Elf Moonlight Pearls is beautiful. L'Oreal's Portofino is perfect. I have a Wet n Wild like pinky champagne highlight that looks really beautiful. And yeah, things are just lighter in shade. Alright, this next product is the Elf Brow Kit in Light. If you open it up, it's got a wax and then a powder. I'm just personally not a fan of using the wax on my eyebrows. I've purchased this many times trying to see if I would like it. Excuse me. And I'm just not a fan of putting that tinted wax through my brows. I feel like I would need more brow for it to cling to because my brows can be very, very sparse. So yeah, and the powder didn't really show up a whole lot on me. I prefer going in with the pencil and then with an eyeshadow afterwards and then setting my eyebrows if I need to for the day. Alright, I have a few like mini lip products that I want to talk about. The first one, I think this came from a makeup subscription box. It is the Lock Ultra Gloss Lip Pencil in Punchline. And it's just kind of like a sheer glossy punchy pink color. It's kind of a brighter color, but when I applied this to my lips, there we go, I felt like I couldn't really get an even pigmented application, and I feel like I just wanted more from it, so for that reason I'm decluttering it. Next product is a Stilla liquid lipstick in Beso. I got this as a little 100-point perk from Sephora, and I'm personally just not a fan of liquid lipsticks. I just kind of wanted to try this one out, but again, I don't know, I felt like when I put it on my lips I went like this, like you know when you do that and then liquid lipsticks can kind of break up or look cracked or dry. I felt like it just looked a smidge too dry for me, so I just wanted to try it, but yeah, definitely decluttering that one. Alright, the last two lip products I want to talk about are a couple of the little mini Bessame Lipsticks. And the two shades that I have here are 970 and 930. This is 970. It's just kind of a almost rosy deeper brown nude. And I just do not like browns on myself. And then 930 is a very deep brown, almost looks kind of vampy, and I know that I just won't ever wear this shade. I did keep the other ones, but these two in particular, these shades, I know I will not ever use or reach for, so yeah. Last but not least, the last product I want to talk about is the Clinique Take the Day Off Makeup Remover for lids, lashes, and lips. I got this from my mother-in-law. She just had some Clinique stuff. I think she might have got it from work, I'm not entirely sure. But I feel like this did not do the best job of taking off my eye makeup. Normally, I use a simple micellar wipe, and I still use that. This just, I don't know. I just felt like it didn't do enough for me, so yeah. Alright, thank you so much for watching. That is everything for this video. Please give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe below, or just subscribe and then notify yourself for when I do upload. I upload as often as I possibly can. I'll be uploading more now that I have better lighting and better sound quality. I feel a lot better about my videos now, and yeah, it would really help me out if you would subscribe, and I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.